well, now that, you know, there were a couple of beeps in there. All right, so to kind of quickly explain how to go about measuring your macros. I'm not gonna start to explain like how do you know what your macros are. There are a bunch of macro calculators out there, or coaches, or things like that. Or I'll just do another video and get in more depth. But right now, we're gonna assume you know what your macros are. So, we're gonna say you have, looking here, cameraman down here, thank you, 200 grams of carbs, 160 grams of protein, and 60 grams of fat. And this is your macros for the day, right? So calculating this, if every gram is equal to 4 calories, right, for carbs, 4 calories for protein, and 9 for fat, then we're saying you are eating about, if this fucking thing works, 200 grams times 4 plus 160 grams times 4 plus 60 times 9 equals, that's 1,980 calories. All right, so how you divide your macros is up to you. I like to do it with healthy food. A lot of people will fit anything into their macros, even Oreos. I don't know how the hell they do it, but they do it. And personally, I think that, you know, people always say like, if it fits your macros, then you do it. But you can tell the people who eat the same, who have the same macros, you can tell, like, the way that their body looks, what they've been eating. The person who's been eating shit and the person who has been eating like food, like real food. So, all right, let's get into it. We'll start with something easy like breakfast. All right, so we're gonna divvy this up into, let's say 4 meals, right? So you have 50 grams, right? 50, 50, 50. That's equal to 200 grams of carbs. We'll just split this evenly. So what's that? 40 times 4. Let's make it here. 40, 40, 40, right? Of protein. And then, what's that? 15, 15, 15, 15. Look at that, my math isn't that bad. I mean, it's easy, but whatever. All right, so we're just gonna split everything evenly between 4 meals. So this is breakfast, right? For breakfast, you have 50 grams of carbohydrates, you have 40 grams of protein, and 15 grams of fat. So if you look at some quick oats here, okay, it's telling you that half a cup, which is about 40 grams dry, is going to give you 27 grams of carbohydrates, 2.5 of fat, and 5 grams of protein. So you're going to need an app. I like to use MyFitnessPal. So this is what the app looks like. Okay, and now you can add, or you can use the barcode here and scan this Mama Jamma, and boom. Now you just adjust here to how many carbs you want. We're going to use carbs as the base because that's usually where people go over. And everything else, you know, oats is mainly a carb. So you have 27 grams of carbs, but you need to make it to 50. Okay, So you know that if you do 1 cup, it's going to go over a bit. You're going to be at 54 grams of carbohydrates. So let's go to about 3/4 cup. So instead of 1 here for number of servings, we're going to go to 3/4 cup. Now you have 40 grams, which is great because now, who knows, maybe you could add a little bit of fruit. All right, so we have 40 grams of dry oats. So now what do? You get your scale, right? Let's use a plate, a bowl. You set your scale to 0. Now you need 3/4 cup of oats, which is equal to, what's that?
You said 40 grams of carbs.
No, yeah, but it's, see, this is where it gets complicated.
Oh, how many grams?
That's why it takes so fucking long to learn this whole process. All right, so if you have, right, 40 grams for 1/2 cup, then you add 20 more to that. That'll give you 3/4 cup. That's 60 grams. This is where you learn all your math that you thought you would never use. This is where it ends up in macros land. All right.
Yes.
So let's go. We got until we get to 60. There we go. We got 60 grams. Now, you cook your 60 grams of oats in water. I like to add cinnamon, cloves, all that good stuff, but I'm not going to do that right now because that's a waste of my time. But if you want to know how I make my oats, I do have it in my highlights on my Instagram, so make sure you go there. All right, so now we got 40 grams of carbs. Oh my God, I can't, well, all this is happening around me. Okay, so what do we have left? We have 10 grams of carbs left, right? We have, let's see what my Fitness Pal says. Okay, so if we do 3/4 cup, that's 60 grams. Right? So now we have fulfilled 40 grams of carbohydrates, 3.8 of fat, and 7 of protein. So we still have a ways to go for protein. We still have some fat, and we still have 10 grams of carbohydrates left. Now it's just about playing around with it and just adding, you know, we can add fruit. Let's add some banana. Okay. So let's see how much banana, how many grams of bananas can we get with 10 grams of carbohydrates left? Okay, so that's 40 grams of banana gives us 7.8 grams of carbs. So that's pretty good. Let's do 40 grams. All right, so we cut our banana. Okay, our scale is set to 0. Let's see, that's 24. That's 38. That's fine. Okay, so you get it? 40 grams of banana is equal to 7.7 grams of carbohydrates. That's how this thing works. So it's a pain in the ass. So make sure that you are mentally prepared if you want to follow macros. I mean, it gets easier as time goes by. You can actually eye it. But to get there, you need to be like super consistent and a little bit crazy. Okay, so we got our oats, we got our banana. Let's add this to my FitnessPal. Boom. All right. So we got 48.2 grams of carbohydrates. We're almost hitting our 50. We got 3.9 of fat. We still have about 11 more grams of fat that we can add. And we need about 30 grams of protein. So here, let's add some eggs. Okay. Let's see. We'll do eggs, large brown eggs. Let's see what happens if we add 2 eggs. All right. That's pretty good. Look, we added 2 whole eggs and we're almost at 15 grams of fat, but we're still short 20 grams of protein. So what do you do here? You can add some protein powder to your oats, which is something I like to do. Let's mix this sucker up. All right, so this is ready. Let's turn that off. Let's add some protein. Okay. We are going to add half a scoop of dimetized chocolate protein to our oats. Let's check that. Okay, we're not there yet. We still need a little bit more, so let's go 3/4 scoop. All right, so here it says serving size, 1 scoop, right? Number of servings, and then you can add how much you want. You can go from half a scoop, or you can move it up to 3/4 scoop, depending on how much protein you need. All right, so this looks about right. Let's check that there. Damn, and that's like almost freaking perfect. So look, we have hit our breakfast goal. We have 49 grams of carbohydrates, and what we wanted to reach 50, right? We have 14.2 grams of fat, and we wanted to reach 15. And we have 38.6 of protein, and we wanted to hit 40. So let's add our protein, which I actually have in here. Bam. So we gotta let that cool down a little bit, or else it'll just go bad.
Can you give us some hints on that, on like when to mix the protein and the oats?
Oh, well, that's why I said to watch my video on how to make protein oats in my highlights. All right, well, whatever. So when mixing the protein into the oats cannot be super hot, or else you'll get like a weird grainy texture. You have to let it cool down, or you can add a drip of almond milk, which we will secretly not add to my FitnessPal, because if you don't add it, then it doesn't count. That's not true. All right. Just for this video, we're gonna add a little almond milk. You can add water, cold water. Okay? And now we're going to add our protein. That's about 3/4 scoop, because I had used a 1/4 scoop before. Okay, so you see the protein is at the top. Now we're gonna mix it really fast. and make a mess. Okay. Alright. Again, nice and chocolatey those oats are. Alright, so let's take out our banana. And we're going to add our oats to this plate. I seriously love that. It's like if you want to kill two birds with one stone, like this removes the sweet tooth. Alright, just sprinkle a shitload of cinnamon. I like cloves too. Just gonna put a little on top. And we're gonna cut our banana. And voila! That is breakfast.
And the eggs.
And the eggs. Which I'm not gonna make, but you get it. It's 2 whole eggs. This plus 2 whole eggs give you 50 grams of carbohydrates, pretty much, 15 of fat, and 40 of protein. That takes a lot of work. So, whenever you measure, unless like your coach or something says otherwise, you're measuring the food. Things like chicken or vegetables, usually like weigh it cooked. At least I do. I think it makes it just so much easier that way. There's really no easy way to go about doing this whole thing or even explaining it, so I hope that you kind of understood. Even I don't even understand. But no, I understand. But yeah, I just wanted to do like a super quick video because everyone has been asking. You know, I always post my food and I always post like how many grams of this or how many grams of that. And I know that it can be super confusing. But yeah, that's how it works. You actually need an app to, you know, add the foods in so that it tells you how many grams of carbohydrates is this, you know, this piece of chicken. If it's 4 ounces, you know, the weight of 4 ounces is equal to a specific amount of protein. So yeah, get MyFitnessPal. It's like the best app ever. If you want to track macros, you do have to pay like a monthly membership, or you can pay for the entire year, which I do. And that's pretty much it. I'll definitely make a better, more prepared video for you guys. But yeah, if you have any questions, just leave them in the comments and I will go through them and answer them angrily. No. All right.